loud, it's more intelligible.
I see, yeah.
Up here.
That's good, phase. Very good. Good level. Good. Very good.
In 1987, Beckett collaborated on an American television version of his last play, What, Where. He reviewed the evolving production periodically on videotape, and in a departure from his usual camera shyness, allowed these sessions to be taped with a camcorder. The resulting footage provides a rare opportunity to see the playwright at work.
The idea was brilliant, to work it out, to get him to look at the play and make some sort of final adjustments, since those adjustments had to be made anyway for a video production. So that kind of direct input, which was by this time 1987 or so, is really the last theater work that he ever did. So historically, I mean, his work is extraordinarily important.
Good. In the end, Ben appears.
Are you free?
Yes.
Take him away and give him the works until he confesses.
What must he confess?
That he said what
Is that all?
and where.
And another thing that struck me, you fade them out, but suddenly, at one point, suddenly they're there. Is that deliberate? For example, in the end, Bim appears, and Bim's suddenly there. He doesn't fade up. He's suddenly there. Suddenly there.
And should he fade up?
Well, it should be all fades. I don't know why. Sometimes it's fades, and sometimes not.
Mm-hmm. Can we look at that portion? And you can show me what you mean?
Time passes. In the end, Bim appears. Lee appears.
Well,
Nothing.
he didn't say it.
No.
He didn't say what.
No.
He didn't say where.
Beckett had written What, Where in 1983, but almost immediately after it premiered on stage, he began rewriting it for German television.
Actually, What Where was written for the theatre, but it's much more of a television play than a theatre piece.
It's very powerful on television, I think. But you originally wrote it for the theater.
Yes, and you saw the actual characters go enter and leave, you know, with all the problems of makeup and costume and so on. And we went with this text to Stuttgart. I had modified it. But the work in Stuttgart consisted in getting rid of every superfluity, more and more, until we really got it down to the bare bones of it.
He knew he was dissatisfied with it for several reasons, but he didn't have a complete plan for how to work it out. He went over to Germany, to Stuttgart, and worked with his favorite cameraman over there, Jim Lewis, who had worked on numerous productions. And they worked out together how to turn this stage play into a video production. Well, one of the really important things that Sam knew is that the image of the voice out of the past, the voice of Bam, which on stage was a sort of hanging megaphone, was completely inappropriate. It was confusing anyway. And they settled on this very distorted view, this very distorted image of Bam that Beckett kept calling a death mask.
Gut. Endlich erscheint Ben.
One of the interesting things about Beckett, even in approaching his 80th birthday, he was an incurable tinkerer with his own work.
The phase both out and in, as far as possible, identical always. The early ones were right, and many of the later ones were right, but just here and there on the appearance, the entries are too fast. The phase up too fast. And if you could reduce the spectrum down.
Good. I am alone. In the present, as were I still. It is without journey.